Hey, so today I'm going to talk about ring gap. Um, Whenever you buy performance pistons, they'll generally come with piston rings that need to be filed down. They'll always come with a spec sheet of basically a bore times a specification, and it depends on how you're going to use it. So in this case, it's going to be like a road racing engine. So we're going to go the bore times 5 thou. So there's a 4.125 bore, so we're chasing around 21 thou. And when you put a piston ring in the first time, they actually normally touch, or it's actually a lot. There is no gap at all, so we'll have to machine a gap into it, and then we can measure and get our 21 thou. So the first step for these rings will be to take about 10 thou out, just to get to a point where we have a gap to measure, to then get us to our final size. So the ring's all squared up in the machine. So we'll turn it on. We're now going to just take a little bit off a time. So that's 10 thou. And also on the end has a really cool buffing wheel for just touching up the ends there. So now we can go and put it into the bore. And then use our feeler gauges to work out what the gap is at the moment, which is going to be very small. So 4 thou goes in easy, 5 goes in, 6 doesn't. So we need to take off another 16 thou to get to our So we'll get the ring set up again. Has a really cool squaring off rail there to make sure the ring's in the right spot. So the reason that ring gap is so important is that depending on the application, if you've just got a standard road engine, if you're going to do a bit of track use, supercharged, turbo, etc., that changes the amount of heat in the combustion, and the piston rings will expand based on that heat. So if you have a really tight gap and go put a big supercharger on it with a lot of boost, those ring ends will touch each other, the piston ring will shatter and likely destroy your engine. So really important that that is done correctly to the right spec. It's a bit of a tedious job to do all of them, but very critical that it's correct.